So we've talked Doom single player, we've talked Doom weaponry, we've talked Doom level design. Now let's shift our gears here a little bit and start focusing on multiplayer. Us three, Andrew Reiner, Wade Wojcik, and I had a chance to play the arena kind of style, old school style Doom multiplayer. It was very different than what we get these days. So much multiplayer is focused on team tactics. This feels like Quake Unreal Tournament, right?
Yeah, it's fast. There's not long sight lines. Most of the environments had a lot of verticality. 2 to 3 levels.
Yeah, and at no point did I feel like I had to slide to a corner and then aim down the sights and like try and get a headshot. It reminded me a lot of Perfect Dark, which I played a lot of back in the day. You're constantly running into people, constantly trying to like circle strafe.
Yeah, it kind of brings back the duel. So many multiplayer shooters now are one shot you're dead, or a couple shots you're dead. This, you can absorb a lot of bullets and still strafe around, and you feel like the engagement lasts a lot longer.
Yeah, and I love the weapon combos you could create. You can only carry 2 weapons at a time. The combo I ran was the static rifle and the super shotgun. Do you guys use the static rifle at all?
No.
That was the one where it charged up as you moved. And so if I was like aiming down a hallway, if I knew someone was coming, I would just do this square step motion to keep it charged, and then the first shot you let off, it's supercharged, and then switch to the super shotgun and finish them off at close range. It was an effective combo.
I really rock the rocket launcher.
That was me too.
There's not many multiplayer games where you can just run around with a rocket launcher the whole time.
Is that your main?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like that in the combat shotgun, I believe.
Oh yeah.
Just as heavy as I could go.
And if you really want to take some health off, you got to grab one of those demon tokens.
Yeah, and that's the thing, in addition to your loadout that you go into the level with, there's a lot of strategizing just before you get into the map. You're picking your 2 weapons, you're picking your side equipment, which is your grenades, you're picking your hack modules, and then you also pick which demon you want to spawn as. We got to select from the Revenant, and then the new edition was the Baron of Hell.
Do you guys ever get to be that?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's very much like a hero in Battlefront, where the whole dynamic of the battle shifts when that dude runs into the room. You have to take care of him because he's going to wreck your crew.
Even if you're dominating that match, if someone on the other team gets that demon token and they know what they're doing, that can even the playing field pretty quickly.
Yeah, I was the Revenant, and I only got to be it once, but because he hovers above and has the twin cannons over his shoulders, it was almost like being an attack helicopter, and it was just like you're hovering above, just it was a blast. I didn't do any glory kills in PvP. Did you guys?
Yep.
You did?
I did one. And it's not as easy to stun someone in multiplayer. You usually go for that kill. I don't know what percentage of health needs to be left for you to be able to do that. It's got to be 1 or 2 points of health, something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I rarely saw someone stunned. It was usually they were turned into a bloody geyser and all that stuff.
What's great about it is it's easy to pick up and play, kind of like Smash Bros, where you don't have to have twitch reflexes where you're like, oh, quick aim for the head, like Counter-Strike or something. It felt like that old school arena shooter where you just busting around the corner and just, guns blazing.
The environments themselves add something new to that experience, where there's a lot of verticality, where a guy's shooting at me, I have 20% health left. I flee, I go up as high as I can in the environment, try to circle around on him, but it was chaotic, it was intense. Like we keep saying, it's just there's nothing else like that on the market at this point, especially on console.
One of the cool things that's built into the progression system in the game are these things called hack modules. So you're going to have a choice, kind of like a burn card before you start a Titanfall match. Maybe it'll highlight, the power-ups on the map. Or you can use it as retribution. So that dude that just beat you with like 1% health, you can see him for 30 seconds and you can go back and exact revenge.
Or if you're getting worked, you can do armor plating.
What kind of grenades were there? I mean, there was the typical frag. I think I just stuck to that. What
There's
else?
a siphon grenade.
That sucks health off enemies. The threat sensor is really helpful. The other one is the personal teleporter.
If someone's following you, you can throw it down and they'll run past it, and then you'll quick teleport back behind them, and then you can go in for an easy kill.
So just like with the single player, Doom is really harking back to kind of classic first-person shooters, and it's entering a market that's very different.
As a lot of shooters are trying to become more and more tactical, more and more militarized, this is going back to just go in, have fun, be ridiculous, and try and get as many kills as you can.
And Snap Map will definitely play a role in multiplayer. People are going to be able to design their own experiences, so that could definitely carry this game forward.
Yeah, and hopefully they have a lot of maps to support this. I mean, that's a big thing that we're seeing now is if you want communities to stick around, you need to have a lot of maps, a lot of choices. What we've seen is fun so far, but yeah, if it has the legs and the depth, that remains to be seen.